My question is to Minister Wong, representing the Prime Minister. Can the Minister name one country in the world where a higher share of solar and wind power has led to lower electricity prices?
Thank you, Senator Babet. Minister.
Well, I'd make the point, thank you to the Senator for the question, and I would say to him that it is not a highly contested position by most who look at the energy market in Australia that the cheapest new form of generation is clean energy. And in fact, there is a live market experiment for that, and that is the state of the electricity market today. We have 4 gigawatts exiting, 1 coming in during the life of the previous government. I think those are the figures I recall. Senator McAllister will tell me if I'm wrong, which reflects the lack of certainty in the market and the lack of certainty as a consequence of those opposites' failure to deal with their internal divisions as they do today.
Minister. Senator Canavan.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a point of order on relevance. This is becoming a pattern from
Senator Canavan.
Wong.
I don't need the statement.
My point of order on relevance is the question was clearly about whether a country in the world has experienced lower prices, yet Minister Wong, as I say, is in a pattern, is going back to talk about the previous government's record. Nothing to do with the question.
Canavan, please resume your seat.
You were opposed to it at the time. Mate, we're in the world. Great record.
I do believe the Minister is being relevant. It is a broad topic and she is within the realm of the question. Minister.
Look, Senator Babbitt, I'm happy to look at ask the Minister I'm representing if there are examples around the world of what we also see in Australia, which is that renewable energy is the cheapest form of new generation capacity. I don't think that's that is an unremarkable proposition, a proposition that is shared by those who manage our electricity system as well as the business community. So I respect that Senator Canavan is very clear in his interjections about his views on this issue. They're not shared, as I understand it, by the remainder of the coalition, but we see, as do business, benefit to Australian consumers from certainty that enables the investment in renewable energy in order to ensure we have a system which has greater supply and relatively lower prices.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Babet, first supplementary.
Thank you, President. The Minister has just referred to renewables as the cheapest form of energy just now. Now, in June this year, the Australian Energy Market Operator found that on a per capita basis in 2018-2019, Australia added 4 to 5 times the solar and wind generation of any of the European Union, the USA, Japan or China. Now, if Australia is installing more of the so-called cheapest forms of power—
Sorry, Senator Babet, your time has expired. Minister.
Well, I'll try and do my best. I'm not sure where you got to in the end of the question, but I think I understand the gravamen of the question, and if I don't, I'm sure the Senator can follow it up with a supplementary. But the proposition that we can simply stay with the old coal-fired power electricity generation and that's going to give us cheaper energy is just no longer the case. And you know how we know that? Because no private sector entity wanted to invest in new coal-fired power. Well, private sector, I know Matt did, Senator Canavan did, but but my point is the market showed us. Now Senator Babet, I do recall in your first speech talking about the benefits of the free market. And what I'd say to you is the free market has spoken on this. The free market has spoken on this, and it hasn't gone down the path Senator Canavan wanted.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Babet, second supplementary. Order. 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 Senator Babet has... Thank you, Senator Babet.
Last year, the Biden administration banned imports of key solar panel material from Chinese-based Hoshine Silicon Industry Co. because they were involved with the forced labour of Uyghurs in China. Will the government take similar action to restrict the importation of solar panels made from forced labour from the CCP?
Thank you, Senator Babet. Minister.
Thank you, President. That is a very good question, Senator Babet, and one that about which I am deeply concerned, as is everyone on this side. And that is why we went to the last election with a position to strengthen the Modern Slavery Act and regulation within our economy. Because whether it's from Xinjiang, as the senator has referenced, or elsewhere in the world, and you know from the work that Walk Free and others have done that forced labour, which we regard in our heads as something of the past, is something of the present. And we should do what those opposite failed to do in government, in fact voted against, provisions to strengthen the Modern Slavery Act here in Australia. We should be clear about ensuring that we require companies to be far more careful in assuring their supply chains, and that we do not allow our purchasers unknowingly to condone forced labour anywhere in the world.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Smith.
That's my kind of party. The United